The corset has a long and complicated history. The term is short for corset girdle, a tight laced, boned garment designed to slim the waist and shape the female figure. The first corsets date back to ancient Greece, but it wasn't until the Victorian era, specifically 1838, that they became a fashion staple. Once upon a time, in the bustling streets of Victorian England, there existed a garment that would forever change the course of fashion history: the corset. This seemingly innocuous piece of clothing sparked a whirlwind of controversy, criticism, and unexpected empowerment. It all began with Lady Penelope, a socialite renowned for her extravagant tastes and insatiable appetite for the latest fashion trends. One fateful day, Lady Penelope commissioned her dressmaker, Mrs. Pettigrew, to create a garment that would accentuate her curves and cinch her waist to impossibly tiny proportions. Mrs. Pettigrew, eager to please her esteemed client, set to work for crafting the perfect corset using whalebone, silk, and a dash of magic, or so the rumors claimed. She fashioned a garment that defied the laws of physics and left Lady Penelope gasping for air. As Lady Penelope paraded through the streets of London in her newly cinched corset, she unwittingly ignited a firestorm of debate. Critics denounced the garment as a symbol of oppression, arguing that it restricted women's movement and perpetuated unrealistic beauty standards. Meanwhile, proponents of the corset hailed it as a tool of empowerment, asserting that it allowed women to control their own bodies and project an image of poise and elegance. The corset became a symbol of femininity and refinement, adorning the wardrobes of women from all walks of life. But amidst the fervent debate, there emerged a group of rebels known as the Corset Liberation Front, led by the feisty Miss Matilda. These women rejected the confines of the corset and embraced a more liberated approach to fashion. In a daring display of defiance, Miss Matilda organized a protest march through the streets of London, encouraging women to cast off their corsets and embrace their natural curves. The streets were flooded with women of all shapes and sizes, united in their quest for freedom from societal expectations. The march culminated in a showdown between the Corset Liberation Front and the staunch defenders of tradition. But just as tensions reached a boiling point, a moment of levity ensued when one particularly enthusiastic protester accidentally popped her corset, sending it flying through the air like a wayward balloon. The crowd erupted into laughter, and in that moment, the absurdity of the situation became glaringly apparent. The corset, once a symbol of controversy and constraint, had been reduced to a punchline in the great comedy of life. And so, as the sun set on Victorian England, the corset remained a fixture of fashion history, forever immortalized as a garment that sparked debate, inspired rebellion, and ultimately reminded us all to laugh in the face of adversity.